Hello, everybody. This is Melania Speaks, and welcome to another episode. I wanted to address a few comments or a few topics today on this episode, and one of them is about gossip. And there is a lot of gossip that goes around in the news, and especially about my relationship with Donald. And there is one particular rumor that we are getting divorced that is so false. We have no plans to get divorced at this time. I love my Donald and he very much loves me too. And we have a great relationship. We suit each other perfectly, and that is definitely a rumor that you need to ignore because it's fake news. But there are other things that the media likes to throw around, and it's just completely false. Like me trying to negotiate or renegotiate my prenup with Donald after he was inaugurated as president, and they just didn't understand why I didn't want to move to Washington DC right away. I wanted to stay in a beautiful apartment, a beautiful penthouse. Not apartment, what am I saying? The beautiful penthouse. Why would I want to go and downgrade and go stay in some dirty, old, smelly house that had previous tenants that had some questionable practices? So of course I would rather stay home and be with my son Baron. But people like to come up with all kinds of stories, and it's just very humorous to me that they can't understand when somebody does something different. They just need to make up their own story, and it's so funny to me. So that was another rumor. Oh, and when was it? It was one of those speeches of Donald's at the convention for Republicans, and I was wearing that green dress, and well, perhaps I didn't make the most cordial response to Ivanka when she came on stage. She came on stage to make a few comments. I don't really remember it too well, but everybody flipped out over that. These people have nothing to talk about. They literally wait for something bad or out of the ordinary to happen, and then they will put magnifying glass on it and say that it's the biggest deal when it's absolutely not. But I guess I made a weird face or expression, and they did not like that at all, so they picked up on it with their magnifying glass and said that I did not like Ivanka. But of course, I'm never going to come out and say that, especially if my husband is thinking about possibly running again for the presidency. And we cannot have that type of drama going around in the media because, again, they will put magnifying glass on it. But I guess any press is better than no press. But the news has been so boring ever since we left the White House. Have you noticed that? They don't know what to say. They can't talk about Biden because he's just a train wreck and an embarrassment for his country. So embarrassing, and they just don't know what to talk about anymore because Donald was so entertaining, and well, they just hated him. They hated us so much, and they were so jealous, and evil people out there, so many. Did you know that I actually hired an exorcist to come to the White House to cleanse it because I did not trust the Obamas in there? Again, they do weird things, and they have very questionable connections that I cannot talk about on such a public place. But I had to hire an exorcist and cleanse the place, but even then it was still not to my liking, so I tried my best to stay out of that place as much as possible. But of course I got hate for that, and anything to hate me. That's what they would say, and it was not fun. How would you like it if you had a very difficult job, camera on you all the time, and hate all the time? How would you deal with that? Well, I'm very strong. I have thick skin, and it doesn't bother me. But most people could not handle this type of hate and pressure. So I'm not asking for any sympathy or pity. Absolutely not. But it is not the easiest job getting bullied all the time. So that's why I made my campaign as First Lady all about being best and stopping bullying, because the biggest bullies were in the media, and they always called Donald the biggest bully, but he's really not, because they bully, and you cannot talk out both sides of your mouth like that. But anyway, anything to criticize me, that's all they did. These people overpaid doing nothing except criticizing everybody, everything I do. They don't know what I've gone through. They don't know what I've gone through with my family, with the immigration. Before meeting Donald, they have no idea what I've gone through. Again, I'm not a victim. I'm so grateful for everything that I have accomplished and achieved in my life, and I have no regrets at all. But just remember, everybody, to be nice to everybody, because bullying is bad. Bullying is awful. Nobody deserves to be mean. It's just a reflection of yourself. Alright, well, I have to go to an appointment, so thank you so much for listening again today, and I look forward to our next chat.